Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
How you kids doing? This one's gonna be a tough one because I don't know what to say. Hey, asshole, how much for a video rant on this YouTube clip? The video is named The Longest Dating Requirements List by Steve Harvey. And so I went to the video and I watched it. And I'll summarize it here for you. The shtick is basically this. There is a woman, 31, 32 years old. She runs a frosting company or something like that. And she's good looking for 32 and strong, independent, don't need my fish pie. All right. So she then goes through her, Steve Harvey goes through her dating requirement, not expectations, requirement list. And it's insane. So I have some examples. Keep in mind this is only a fifth of the list. But she has her general amorphous personality traits that no guy has 24/7. Like everybody goes like this. And how do you measure these? But must be honest, reliable, sweet and kind, quick-witted, romantic, can't be cocky, must be spontaneous, and can't be a party boy. Again, that is a fifth of these amorphous requirements. There's a little bit of hypocrisy here where we get the must pay for a first date, but you're this powerful, strong, independent woman. What happened to equality? Well, I want this, but I don't want that. I want this, but I don't want that. I want the benefits, but not the responsibilities. I'm independent. So, I mean, that tired old song. But he must not bring flowers on the first date. I can understand that, but I don't know. I guess that's one more nail on traditionalism gone. I mean, you know, when's the last time you got a girl flowered? I mean, really, I can't find a guy who can bring me flowers. Well, here's the reason why, lady. You used to bring flowers, but now it's creepy. And then you see her truly delusionally lose it, where this is no longer... women already have delusional expectations in the real world, but this individual woman, now you can see it's all about her. She's a control freak, she's a tyrant, and I think she hadn't dated a guy or gone out with a guy seriously for 8 years. Well, here's why. He can own a dog, but he must love dogs, particularly her dog, but he can't be jealous of her dog. Can't be a hunter, can't wear sweatpants, can't be stronger than her, must respect a gluten-free diet, and it goes on. It goes on. If you want, you can watch that video, but you get the idea. And then what my client wants me to do, how much for a video rant? I can't get into a rant for two reasons. One, she's being skewered. She's being mocked and ridiculed. She's the joke. And when you watch the video, it's sad. She doesn't realize it. She can't believe people are laughing at her. Or she actually thinks that there's a guy like that out there. So I can't get... You know, Johnny Carson used to have guys come in and do crazy shit. Like, hey, swallow the snake, and they came out of his ass. Oh my God, look at that. Hey, that's wild stuff. So it's entertainment. But at the same time, even though this is a hyperbolic example of women's irrational expectations, women's expectations out of men, their dating requirements, marriage requirements, whatever, have been quite unattached from reality for quite some time. And I don't know. I guess I went through my the 5 stages of acceptance. Not even grief. Maybe the 5 stages of rage, where it's like, this is unacceptable. What do you mean you're crazy? They're like, well, I guess. And now I've just kind of come to peace with it. It's kind of, we know it. How long have we been talking about it? Where women's expectations out of what men, what they require of men, have just not jived with reality. You know, academically, there are the 2 studies where, and this isn't bullshit. This is not bullshit. This is, well, that's just your opinion, women's expectations. No. Women's expectations are completely unhinged from reality. That's why they're getting married later. It's why they're freezing their eggs, because they're just not willing to sell. We can argue hypergamy, and women would rather share an alpha than have their own beta. We can go into that. But empirically speaking, we'll just, the 2 studies, one was... I don't know if it was OkCupid or Plenty of Fish. One of the dating sites, they showed that they took 100 women, men rated them on a scale of 1 to 10, And there was an equal distribution. 5s were dead center, 4s were low, 3s were lower than that, 2s were down, 1s were at the dead bottom. And 6 were better, 7 mid-high, 8 pretty high, 9 right, and 10's very few. And it, bell distribution. Normal distribution. So if you were rated a 5, you, in men's expectation, were dead center to the population of women in terms of attractiveness. The women's bell distribution curve, the ratings of men's beauty, or handsomeness, I guess, was completely skewed. Oh, I'm sorry, completely skewed. Where 80% of the men they rated as 5 or below as unattractive. And only 20% they rated as better than average, 5s or aboves. So basically what it said is women would not want to sleep with 80% of the population. They're only interested in the 20%. And then there was another, what was it? I think it was, would you want to sleep with this person? I think it was a college study. They had 100 guys, 100 gals. And the guys, if you were a 4, you'd sleep with a 4 and above. If you were a 2, you'd sleep with a 2 and above. If you were an 8, you'd sleep with a 6 and above if you were a guy. There was some charity work going on. The women, 80% of the women would only sleep with 20% of the men. The 3s, 4s, and 5s would only sleep with 8s and betters with the guys. And of whatever biological, Darwinistic, hypergamous reasons for that, it shows that when it comes to pairing off and getting married, women's expectations, at least in the beauty, attraction, or sexuality department, were not based in reality. What they wanted, they by math, a horrendously skewed game of musical chairs, where there are not, there's only a quarter of chairs to go around. 3/4 of the women were going to be very upset, very unhappy, and not find a guy, which again, women will share an alpha before they have their beta of their own. So in this one particular instance, this is an extreme version that can be mocked and pilloried as she was on Steve Harvey. But when it comes to talking about the real world and female expectations, yes, they're wrong. It's not an opinion. They're wrong. They're just wrong. But what do you want me? What do you want me to get it? I can't get angry about it because it's been so long. It's a given fact. But then also, these women are in for a world of hurt. And this is one thing, I guess maybe that's why I don't have the rant in me anymore for a lot of things. Because when I follow something through to its logical conclusion, I realize that they are going to punish themselves way more than I could ever do with a rant they're never going to watch. Worthless degrees. I encourage people now to get worthless degrees. Why? Because I can't cause an arrogant, entitled, lazy, completely worthless 20-year-old to change their major from music therapy to engineering. Especially with them telling me to fuck off and I'm a racist or a sexist or whatever and they know better. I encourage them now. Because what is it going to do for me to rant in their face, to yell at them? You stupid, lazy, and they're not going to listen to me. Right? At least with a rant, there's the attempt that you're going to present an alternative argument. Admittedly, it's with yelling and seething and maybe even hatred, but you're trying to correct their course so that they do better. But no one listens. That's why I charge you assholes. Because I don't care if you listen then or not. I get your money. See? And so when it comes to, do I want to waste the energy and get pissed off and yell and scream at some idiot majoring in the liberal arts? No, I really don't. Because now I'm much more Machiavellian. I'm much more economic with my energy and time. I just let them. I encourage them. Keep going. You need a master's. You need a doctorate. That's great. I think that's great. You're majoring in women's studies. I think that's wonderful. Because at the end of that life, not at the end, once they get out of college, they now are looking at, say you're 22, you live to 82, that's 60 years. They're looking at 6 decades of misery and pain, unless they admit that they're wrong. Misery and pain that they were going to face no matter what. Why would I get worked up about trying to correct their course when all it's going to do is they're going to tell me I'm ignorant, I don't know shit, whatever millennials say. Now it's like, go that way. I was going to stop it. They're going to get punished. I can't punish them anywhere near that much. So I should just be quiet and let it happen. And now it's the same thing with younger women and their delusional expectations. The gals that did that, millennial girls confess all, whatever. NBC had this horrible video. I think I did a video on called "What Lurks in the Hearts of Millennial Girls," and they are so disconnected from what's important in life and reality. They're all about they're about their politics and feminism and environmentalism and their career. None of them have love. None of them even consider men another fellow sentient human being with thoughts and emotions and all that. They are all about what they've been programmed to be all about. Their careers, their education, not even their careers. Most women, I hate to say it, most women don't have careers. They have charity, make-work, government, or nonprofit jobs. There are engineers, there are accountants, there are lawyers, there are doctor women, and they have legit. But the majority of I'm a school teacher, I'm a social worker. I mean, they just don't have any career at all. So they really just look at their education by, oh look, I am so smart, I am so educated, I have EQ. I mean, anything and everything to avoid looking into the mirror. And after, this gal was 32. After 32 years of having the world wholly and completely surround you and kiss your ass because you're a woman and go girl. I mean, this is happening since I was in grade school. This is happening since the early 80s about women can do anything they want to do. And then on top of it, you're oppressed and oh my God, it's an uphill battle and it's so brave and amazing and courageous. And here's money and you do what you want and blah, blah, blah. And you throw in female beauty. When you're younger, you typically have female beauty. The world is never going to correct you. The world is never going to get you to be anchored or tethered into the real world, in part because our main institutions, education, government, media, political, friends, school, government, it's all, whatever women, oh God, you can do it. And then you're dumped out in the real world. And then by the time you're done with your master's degree or certifications, you're halfway done with your, I guess at least biological ability to procreate. You're just getting started as you get out of grad school at 26. They have no desire, inclination, or expectations to get married or have kids. Oh, they'll say that, but their actions are something completely different. And since the world has been kissing their ass since the age of 4, Lord knows how early it starts nowadays, they have completely irrational and not realistic expectations when it comes to what they want out of a guy. Now, this gal is a spoof of that, but the girl wants the guy to be 5'10" or higher. All right, well, you've lost half the population of men. He's got to make 6 figures. That's only 12% of the population of guys, especially in the age rate you want. You throw in 3 or 4 variables that are too skewed, and you really drop the population off quick. And if 80% of the female population demand that, there's just not that much men to go around. And so what the consequences is going to be is what the consequences have been for generations now. We can even say the young baby boomer women had this. You're going to get divorced. I got to trade up. I'm not happy. What, you had kids? You outsource the kids because your career was so fucking important. Oh, daycare. Drop it off with the teacher. Spend 3 times as much time with the kids as the parents do. Gen X is the same thing. We brought up our kids. Everyone's got ADHD, whatever. 45% of the kids aren't even born in wedlock anyway. Fuck them, they're a thing. They're not a human being. They're not your flesh and blood. It's just a thing, like the car, like your degree. And besides your degree in education, you can have it all, girl. Way unconnected from the real world. Way unconnected. And we're coming up now on the 3rd generation of women who swallowed that bullshit that they could have it all, who are living this lie. All right, millennial women are starting to hit that now. Baby boomer women did that. Oh, I know my mom and all. Oh my God, not my mom specifically, mom and all her friends. We gotta get college education. Always going back to school. Always going back to. I gotta have a career. Like fuck. Just be a goddamn parent. Isn't that a job enough? And all the women were they were going to go to some tech school, and just all this. And it was the same thing with the Gen Xers. I thought, again, foolish me, I thought Gen X would have learned a lesson from their parents. Like, whoa, fuck this divorce shit. No. Well, yeah, you think that's something? Hold my beer. Millennials, same thing, especially women. I mean, they just kept turning it up, and the women just, I'll eat more of your fucking socialist, leftist, Marxist propaganda slop. I can't have it. I'm great. I'm amazing. Big is beautiful. And now you think at the age of 30, these girls are going to wake up? Especially given all the sunk investment costs they had in their careers and education and their master's degree, and now they got to kind of make it, now they got to make it pay off. They got to pay off those student loans. And then they were told how great and wonderful they are. They weren't even focusing on you guys. Didn't you get that? Didn't you get that? They're all about the career. Did you see that? In college, I really like this girl. And because she was going to go blow some other guy or something like that. And then now maybe at 30, they're about ready to get settled down. And maybe they got a kid along the way or something like that. Did you pick up on that? I mean, this goes back to the 60s, man. It goes back to the 60s and 70s. Strong, independent woman. Don't need no man-fish bicycle. We're just now on version 3.0. Don't worry, Gen Z will be version 4.0. No one will listen. No one will be able to resist the brainwashing. And women's expectations will continue to... Oh, we haven't even talked about the internet. With the smartphones and social media, now women are just flooded with literally global attention. I mean, I don't know what percent of the population... Well, let's look this up. What percent of the population is hooked up to the internet? %. So, 60 times 3... Oh, God, now I got to carry decimals. Let's say 3.7 billion men times 0.6. So 2.2 billion men are just throwing attention and praise, admittedly digital, sometimes monetary, through digital payments, adulation and praise. You think these girls are going to settle for average Joe in their backyard, even if that woman is a 5? Hell, there was that article. This gal, she was truly average. She had a caterpillar that had grown across her eyebrow, and it just parched on it. Just a big-ass caterpillar. Just a very average, almost weird-looking girl. She was making 4,000 pounds, which is about $6,500 per month, for posting selfies. You... dumbass Joe in her neighborhood or shire, because it was sure shire. It wasn't something over in the UK where they got all the shires. Dumb old, well, what's a British name? Philip. Dumb old Philip there probably walked in, hello, Amy Sue, or whatever they call women in the United Kingdom, and he gave her flowers. Yeah, don't take flowers on the first day, you fucking creep. I got attention from all these men giving me money. You cannot compete in the real world against the digital world. The digital world is just offering women way much better. More attention, more money, more praise, and they don't have to hang out with you. They don't have to touch you. That's, in the olden days, at least you had a guy, maybe you have to drop a dollar bill through your thong and maybe spank you in the ass. Not saying it's right, I'm just saying that's what women had to tolerate. Now, you can just take your boobs out, show it on the internet, never see these guys ever, and you got $10,000 in your account. And to some extent, that means women's expectations are not delusional, at least when it comes to finances. They can make a lot more money either collecting a government check or showing their hoo-ha on the internet. You don't even have to do that, just bikini or whatever. They don't need a guy. They really don't need a guy financially. They may want one, but they really don't need him financially. So in that sense, that expectation, I can see, well, they better make X amount because I can make that much to show my boobies on the internet. You got me there. But when it comes to all this other stuff, no, that's women in the Western world at least. And increasingly second and third world, as long as you got internet now, they are getting flooded with attention without having to actually give up sex or any kind of physicality. And they can live off of that diet for quite some time. And so what you have to realize is you could even argue that the digital world has now become a substitute for the analog or real world. Why would a girl, it's a legitimate question, why would a girl want to settle for a guy when she can make a lot of money, bang a bunch of guys? Every guy's pretty good looking, because guys will sleep, plus or minus 2. So they can get guys that are 2 above them. They can get wined and dined. They can get everything they want except actual love and children. But given the divorce rates, women were never really there for the love all that much. And given how much they want to outsource their children, I don't know if they really want it. So you could see where I do not doubt for a second the effective reality. Who knows what lurks in the heart? Oh, they cry themselves to sleep. I'm sure they do. But effectively, the way they're acting and the choices and the choices they make, the behaviors they behave, the reality is they are going to stick to those guns. They are going to have those standards, and they will freeze their eggs. They have made the choice. I'm not saying there's not an opportunity cost or that at times they don't rue or regret, but based on their decisions, if you're to assume that they have agency, if evaluated it, the fact that they are postponing marriage, they are preferring education and career, and then they have these expectations of men that are not based on reality, there's no population in it, they are okay then with being single and not getting married and not dating. So, are they mathematically irrational? Yes. There simply is not that many 6-foot guys who make 6 figures that have 6-foot abs, or 6-foot abs. 6 abs, 6-inch dick. That's what it is. It just isn't there. But they may just sit and wait for it because that's what they want. And if not, a substitute good to average 6.5 Joe with his $52,000 a year mechanic job, taking her out to a nice day at Applebee's and a movie and maybe going to the park, that's not enough for her because she can stay at home and get all the attention in the world and make money doing it at the same time. No thanks. No thanks, average Joe. I appreciate you wanting to buy me a nice chicken salad or whatever at Applebee's, but Applebee's, I'm just going to stay at home. I'm just going to go out with my girlfriends. And that's effectively what they've decided to do. So I can't rant because I understand that's what it is. I don't know. I don't get upset about things I don't control. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs. I do know girls cry themselves to sleep because deep down inside they do want to get married and have a kid. They do want that. I almost guarantee you most women who are careerists regret it in the end because deep down inside they want to have a kid. But we're not here to play guess. One, I love, if you guys ever listen to the Red Man Group, or you read Roosh, or I guess any kind of these dating sites, the amount of effort and energy you have to put in to figure out and second guess women, it's insane. It's insane. It's just, I'm like, no, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And if they're going to make it that hard, like they're not going to be honest with themselves, say, I want to have, I guarantee if you were to get to the darkest, deepest of souls, 85% of women, all I wanted was to get married and have kids. Because a lot of psychologists will kind of spill the beans and say, yeah, all they admit is they really want to get married and have kids. Why did they go to college? Well, because that's what they were told to do. All right, well, so much for strong, independent-minded, critical thinker. But the amount of second-guessing, translating, and counter-brainwashing measures, I guess is the best way to put it. Because the public schools and the teachers and the media and the government have had them for 25 years. Now men try to date them, or we try to date them, maybe 15 and on. We can't take what they say up front at face value. We got to do all this psyops, counter-espionage, counter-attack, subversion. Fuck. Fine. You know what? If you say you don't need no man, fish, bicycle, and here are your standards, go get them. Go get them, Tiger. I'm sure Thaddeus is out there with his $7.5 billion estate and his horse ranch and his 6-inch flaccid cock and his investment banking astronaut surgeon profession as he works with the children at his charity. I'm sure he's out there and you'll find him. Because, I don't know, guys, it's tiring. It was tiring in my day, and that was quite some time ago. I can't imagine the lightsaber you got to have to cut through the feminist propaganda, official line bullshit to get to the heart of a woman and say, did you want to have kids and be a stay-at-home wife or not? Well, then get off the fucking Ritalin, get off the fucking antidepressants, lose 20 pounds, and let's go, baby. It's not, they're not going to do that. It's very clear that no matter what women think deep down inside, they're going to go and be the careerists. They are going to throw in with team indoctrination. They're not going to go throw in with team biology. They're going to throw in with team K through college education, rah-rah, corporate, go. Because, I mean, after a while, guys, you got to have a little bit of self-respect. We're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not second-guessing you. If you say you want your MBA, then go get your MBA. But don't be crying to me at 2 a.m. in a drunk, I just want to have kids. Well, you should have led with that when you were like 21. But you're strong, independent. We're almost asked to be like therapists. Therapists that want to get in and screw the girl, but therapists nonetheless, like, no, I'm gonna check out. Gonna work on cleaning the carbs. I'm gonna change the drive shaft fluid, and then I'm gonna go for a nice motorcycle ride, and I think I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2. Your mismatch between your expectations you think you have or want, or you demand, on an official policy platform, what you present to the world, versus what you would really settle for deep down inside, no. Not our job to mine through that and bring it up to the surface. Not our job, especially when you make it that hard. And so, as I was saying before with the people that major in stupid shit, why do you want me to rant? Why should I get all worked up about it? They're gonna punish themselves. You know this. You've seen how it happens. These women become spinsters. They get their cats. They go crazy. They're not happy at all. They're all on some kind of antidepressant. They're all on drugs. Then they gotta go to whatever, this slew of bullshit websites that aren't in there. You don't need no man. 40's the new 50. What is it? Charlize Theron? Hang on. Let's do that. Wasn't she in the news? She can't find a Charlize. How do you spell Charlize? Charlize Theron. Oh, she's South African? I know she's South African. She was just complaining she can't find a date. Blessed to work with Seth Rogen. Oh, of course. Charlize Theron reveals her daughter Jackson is transgender. God almighty. See guys? That's the official statement. I believe in raising my child transgender. And the kid's, 2 years old, 5 years old, something like that. It's not our job to unpack, guys. Not our job. That's what you girls want. That's the official statement. Fine. You girls want attention on the internet? Fine. You want to make money, webcamming and seeking arrangement? Not going to stop you. Very libertarian. Go and make your money. You want to get your master's in it? Go. Because whatever's deep down inside is moot and academic because you are not taking action on that. Right? Men, all you got to deal with is what is. Not what theoretically deep down inside behind all the Prozac and the Ritalin and the Prilosec, whatever the fuck it is people are taking nowadays. That's not your... And you don't have a life expectancy. You just don't. And so I can't get upset or rant. I will let these women continue to live their life that they claim they want to have when deep down inside it's not. It just isn't. And that is a pain and an agony where you're just not going to find what you truly want. Charlize Theron, you know what Charlize Theron wanted? She just wanted a guy to stand up and say, lady, shut the fuck up. No, you're not adopting a kid. That's a girl that you're raising there, and you got to raise that as a fucking girl. And then when the kid is 13 or 14 and hits puberty, then we'll have that talk. In the meantime, get your ass into some fucking heels, into that outfit you had on that show, and make me a goddamn sandwich. And I know it sounds horrible, and oh my god, but you know what? Again, I'm going to guess 85% of the women just want that strong man to fucking McClintock up, tame the shrew, spank Maureen O'Hara in the ass, say, now you're mine. We're like, oh, okay. But, officially, that's not what they want. They want a guys. They want, what do they want again, guys? She wants honest, reliable, sweet and kind, quick-witted, romantic, can't be cocky, must be spontaneous, must pay for the first date, but must not bring flowers, must never wear sweatpants, can't own a dog, must love my dog, but not be jealous of my dog, can't be a hunter, can't be stronger than me, can't be a party boy, must respect a gluten-free diet. All yours. All yours. In the meantime, I think us guys, we just want a girl, what was it again? Fits into this. Long hair, nice, supports us, gives us sex, and no debt. So, it's fucking hurdle. A wiener dog could make that hurdle. A crippled wiener dog can make that goddamn hurdle. You girls, you see the moon? Yeah? No, not that. Way beyond that. That star there? Yeah, that's Venus. I need you to jump over that and back. We'll talk. Don't you bring me flowers, though. Alright, questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Check out the books down below. It's so sad. I got a great article. I got a good chapter in this book about the sexes. I think it's the most succinctly and accurately written chapter about the sexes. And you know what? I think it's almost moot and academic given how uninterested women are in most men. I think you could probably just skip that. Like, yeah, I guess I'm going to go focus at the gym and working out. I'm sorry, guys. I feel real bad for you guys. I do. I feel really bad. I haven't even been dating. I'm just looking at these delusional expectations on the internet and getting field reports from colleagues of mine in the field. And I'm just like, wow, it is that bad. It's just... All right. Check out the links below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.